4, 3, 2, 1, 0, showtime. Welcome everybody, bonjour tout le monde, bienvenue à notre conférence de presse et j'espère qu'ensemble on réussira à faire quelque chose qui va changer le comportement de ces gens de personnes. Good morning, I am Godlove Ngwafusi, a member of the African Canadian Association, the organizer of this press conference. I thank you very much for attending. It is difficult and unfortunate that we're gathered here today at this Ottawa family home to denounce a hate crime. This incident, the spray painting of racist epithet on this home of a Cameroon family, is a manifestation of the anti-black racism at its most overt. This is a family that has worked hard to achieve the ultimate Canadian dream. We need to realize that this scourge of white supremacy, white nationalism, and other anti-immigrant sentiments are at the very core of these kinds of incidents, and that they are not isolated. This is not a case of kids misbehaving at all. This is a growing problem in Ottawa and Canada as a whole. The Conga family's experience is being faced by a growing number of Canadians, including myself. Last year, for example, Statistics Canada reported crimes against black people in Canada rose by a whopping 84%. Recently, the Minister of Foreign Affairs or Global Affairs stated that the rise of white supremacy and white nationalism is the biggest domestic security threat facing Canada today. We now have the Conga family beside us. They're going to say a few words about the impact this experience has had on them. And they will be followed by the leader of the African Canadian Association, John, here, and the two more leaders from our community. Over to you.
Okay. First of all, I want to say thank you for coming. It's very important to see that there's some support in the community after what happened to my kids, my wife and I. When this event happened, basically, I had to think if the choice I did coming to Canada was the right one. It was very, very deep, because when you wake up in the morning, you don't think of being black, being white, being Asian. It's very, very hard. And when you get a 10 years old who asks you if she's safe in the house, if she thinks that her friend will still be her friend, as a parent, is very, very difficult, because you're not trained for those moments. You don't know how to respond to a 10 years old who comes to you with such a question. So basically, after talking to my daughter, I decided this was a great opportunity for me to educate people around, to actually show who we are, to get the word out there. I want to think about my daughter, because she's the one I'm the most concerned with, because it's been very, very, very hard on her. I don't want something like this to happen again. And my goal today is to make sure that it never happen again, and that as a community we can anticipate this. The police has to do a better job preventing this type of event. Not only when it happened, but how do we actually make sure the investigation is conducted properly, and that we can bring all the people who were actually behind this either to justice or not to do it again, because your home is supposed to be the place where you actually feel safe. And today, we don't feel safe in our home, which is a big problem. Getting back home at 10, 11 p.m., looking at your surrounding just to make sure nobody is hiding in the bush ready to jump on you, is not something I wish to anyone, because it can be a paranoia, but that's what you live on a daily basis. But I want to tell those people at the same time, you came to the wrong family. We're very, very strong. If there's something you don't understand about who we are, come to us, we'll explain. Let's have a conversation, let's discuss this. Let's discuss all these issues. Because what they did is to make us a lot stronger, to get together, and we'll get as strong as they come. The more they come, the stronger we will become. Canada is an amazing country, probably the best country in the world. Our dream was to raise the kid in this country. Are we going to keep doing that? There's no way they're going to get us out of this country. They will have to understand that there's a very strong family, very, very strong, who's going to be facing every single step they take to get us out. We will not let that happen. That's all I wanted to say. We are very, very strong this morning, and we stand together just to show everybody what we stand for. Yeah. We want to get together, keep building this country. Sorry. And we've been doing that for 20 years now. And the reaction of the neighborhood, all the neighbors came and knocked at my door, bringing some flowers, getting some cookies for the kids, some cards. It was just unbelievable, almost overwhelming. And when I saw that, I said, hey, this is the country that I chose. This is the country we have been trying to build. And we will keep doing that because we live in an amazing country. And every single one around here has to remember that. This is an amazing country. Let's not let a few idiots make us change the way we feel about this beautiful country. It is very, very important that each of us remember that. We're very lucky to live in such a great community, to have all these friends around, always supportive. Nobody will take that away from us. Nobody.
Thank you very much, Achille. Merci beaucoup. Together, we're all going to be strong and productive and creative, and we're going to make Canada the strongest place that's going to beat the very best out there. Over to you, John Adeyefa.
The African Canadian Association, we are the umbrella organization of all the African communities here in Ottawa. We are so much concerned about what happened to this family. We condemn what happened, this act of violence against one of our families. The Kunga family is one of the important family within our community here in Ottawa. This act actually was intended to frighten and to intimidate the African community and also our Kunga family here. We are happy to have so many organizations in support of what we are doing to stand in solidarity with the Kunga family. We have here with us the Ottawa Women of Color. We have the Canadian Women of Color, the Leadership Network. We have 613-819 Black Hub with us right here. We have the Black Ottawa Business Network. This and also the Black Agenda Noir. All these organizations, including the Federal Black Employee Caucus, they are supporting us publicly in denouncing and addressing this issue of racism in our community. Since this incident, the family have been asking the Ottawa Police Services to investigate this as a hate crime. However, there has been getting confusing message, conflicting information, that this has instilled confidence that this issue will be fully addressed. Excuse me. We are calling on the Ottawa Police Service to put in place and to reopen and staff the hate crime unit that is dedicated to investigating and reducing the hate crime incident in this city. We're also calling on the city of Ottawa to put in place an anti-racism secretariat similar to the one that we have in the city of Toronto. All these issues, that is what we want to have addressed by the city and also by the police in Ottawa. We condemn what happened to this family, and we are hoping that something will be done by the city of Ottawa and also the Ottawa Police Services. Thank you.
Thank you, John. So we're now going to hear from a mother, the cry of a mother, a heart-wrenching cry. Sophie Jess.
Move over a little. Sure, no problem. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sophia Jacob, and I represent Black Ottawa Business Network, Ottawa Women of Color, and the Canadian Women of Color Leadership Network. As a mother raising a child in this city, I see what happened to the Conga family as being something that could have happened to me and my son. This is a public safety concern. I want my son and myself to feel safe in this city. I refuse to live in fear with my family. Ottawa is my home. This is not just graffiti. This is an act of violence targeting the emotional safety of our people in this city. We should not have to fear that white racists are going to come back to harm our families. As a mom, this is unacceptable. We call on the City of Ottawa to put in place an anti-racism secretariat similar to the one in place in the City of Toronto. The Ottawa Police Services to put in place and staff a hate crimes unit that is dedicated to investigating and reducing hate crimes and incidences in this city. I would also like to thank the Conga family for their strength and to push actions that will make us all feel safe here in this city. I stand with the family, and I want everybody to know that they have our 100% support. I'm going to pass it over to Franklin
Thank you,
for
merci.
en français.
Alors bonjour, je suis Franklin Papé, l'un des leaders de notre communauté. Malheureusement, on préfère se réunir pour des moments de joie, mais malheureusement, on se réunit aujourd'hui. Ce que je veux apporter sur la table, en fait, c'est que contrairement à ce que les médias ont pu dire et que certains journaux ont pu écrire, ils ont écrit et partagé l'image qui n'était pas la bonne. Parce qu'en fait, aujourd'hui, la maison qui est attaquée, c'est une maison des gens qui ont réussi leur intégration dans notre communauté et dans notre ville. On a un médecin et on a un pharmaciste. Qu'est-ce qu'on veut de plus dans une intégration dans notre communauté? C'est un exemple de notre communauté. Et c'est l'exemple communautaire qui est attaqué. Ça veut donc simplement démontrer et ça veut donc simplement dire que ces gens-là sont décidés à attaquer la communauté noire. Mais comme il a dit M. Conga, ils sont tombés dans la mauvaise maison. Et ils sont tombés dans la mauvaise communauté. Parce qu'aujourd'hui, nous sommes déterminés plus que jamais à leur tenir tête. Pour nos enfants qui sont nés dans ce pays. Imaginez-vous un seul instant que le monsieur Conga est en train de rentrer chez lui et il trouvait cette personne en train de faire ses graffitis devant sa porte. Qu'est-ce qui allait bien se passer? Alors aujourd'hui, nous envoyons un message fort pour leur faire comprendre que nous sommes déterminés à faire face à cette génération de personnes qui veulent décimer la communauté noire. Cela ne va pas se produire parce que nous pensons que Ottawa, le Canada, reste le meilleur pays du monde. Alors nous appelons beaucoup la ville d'Ottawa. Nous appelons la police d'être présent pour nous. Ne pas juste passer des informations, mais se rapprocher de nous, se rapprocher de nos communautés et de comprendre les problèmes que nous avons. C'est pour ça que je remercie tout le monde qui a pu faire le déplacement aujourd'hui à Kao, qui a réussi à faire en sorte que tout le monde soit présent aujourd'hui et toutes les autres communautés franco-carabiennes noires qui ont pu se réunir pour soutenir la famille Conga, pour savoir que nous sommes debout et nous sommes avec eux. Merci.
Merci beaucoup, Franklin. Thank you very much. Tu as bien parlé. Et puis j'invite à la communauté canadienne de s'ouvrir à la communauté noire pour remarquer qu'on est ici, on est fort, on a de quoi apporter à la table pour bien bâtir le Canada. On est capable, on a l'innovation, il suffit de nous intégrer comme il faut. I just noticed there's a police representative, Ian, coming in just now. Yes. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have something to say.
Sure, I could say something.